All right, to create your digital mosaic, you're going to open up your waffle. You're going to go to your drive. We are looking for that new plus sign and going down to more and hovering over Google Drawings. When you open up Google Drawing, it's good to get in the habit of putting your name at the top and then something that you know about the project. If it's the mosaic or if you know exactly what animal you're going to do, that'd be a good title for it. So I am going to go up to Insert, Image, and I'm going to search the web for the animal head that I want to do. So I'm going to type in eagle head, see what comes up. Just searching for the head of an animal is a great way to get something kind of zoomed in, so you're not trying to create the entire animal. I'm liking this one. I'm going to insert it. When it comes in, it's pretty tall and skinny. That's okay. If it's really tiny, you can stretch it from the corners to make it bigger or smaller. If you don't like it, you can just backspace and it will take it off. I know that there was one that was a little bit larger. Maybe even this one is more of a square shape. I'm going to insert that. Yeah, that fit in my screen much better. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the line tool at the top, and the arrow next door to it has more options. I'm going to use the polyline tool. And what the polyline tool does is it lets you make your own shapes. So I'm going to click my mouse and I am just dragging it. I'm not pushing on it anymore. I'm moving it to a new spot and clicking to make a new anchor point. I'm going to keep clicking to create a shape, and it doesn't have to look like a square or a triangle. It can look kind of funky like that one. I brought that last anchor point to the first one, so it closed up and made it a shape. I can change the color of that so that it matches the beak. You could take the border off or leave it on. I prefer to have it off. There's no outline around it. Now that I have that color selected, I'm going to leave a little space and I'm going to make a new point. So mosaics have a tiny space between their shapes. And the cool thing is that the computer just knows that I want this area to be yellow. It just keeps making it that same color for me. So I am trying to fill in that whole spot of the yellow area because it goes faster if I stay in that same area and the color just changes for me. The polyline tool is a little tricky to get used to. So just remember that you're letting go of the mouse when you're moving it. So right now I'm not holding down that mouse at all. So mosaic shapes have to have some space between them. However, you don't want them to have huge gaps. As you're working, it's a good idea to every once in a while take a little pause break and move your image, your picture. So if I go to the arrow tool at the top, I can click and drag this picture and kind of see what is happening in my work. If I just do an undo with the arrows, it's going to go right back to where it was. So I've kind of worked in the beak. I think I could definitely get some more on the sides and maybe in this top area. As I switch to a different area, just go over changing the color. So now that if I go over in this white area, remember to change the color. The shape has to have that blue edge around it. That way the computer knows you want to change that spot. You can take the outline off if you choose. So important that you're following the outline shape of your animal and trying to stay on the curve of the eagle's head. If I go down to the bottom, I'm going to want to try to get those jagged edges of the feathers to really make it look like an eagle. So your job is to just worry about the head or the picture of the animal. If you have spots like in the eyes that are circular, you can use a shape for those important parts and change the color if you need to. If I want to put the pupil in it, I can draw another shape right on top of there. Fill that black. Remember, if you want to copy and paste something, if you'd want to make it the same on the other side, maybe this eye should be that yellowish gold color, you can do an edit copy. So if you go up to the top, edit, copy, edit, paste, you can get a second matching shape. The pupil could do the same thing, edit, copy, edit, paste. If you get so far today that you do finish, you can slide this picture off of the border of your paper. If you really know you don't want it, you can backspace and delete it. I'm going to keep it because I definitely am not done with this project. Some other options when you finish up. If you want to change the background color of your paper, right now this would just print white. If I do a 2-finger tap on my mouse pad, I can get background color options. Maybe I want to make the sky blue. That's going to really help that show up. Maybe it should be green because that's what the picture is. That's your choice. It doesn't have to match the picture. If you are somebody who finishes all your mosaic shapes and you are done with your photograph, you can go up to the share button, click share, and share it with your teacher by typing their name. Then they'll be able to print it out for you.